Hello ladies. So I have noticed a lot of y'all DMing me asking me a certain question.
Black Queen. Failure ain't an option. You looking clean. Failure ain't an option.
Okay, so I asked you guys on my Instagram to send in some things you want to talk about, like some girl talk, if you want advice, if you just want to know about some things. Let's get into it. Let's do it. So, okay, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of you guys have been asking about me and my boyfriend. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you realize he hasn't been in my stories. I used to post him on my stories like all the time, and for the past little while, you haven't seen him. You know, all I can say right now is he's not even in the same state as me right now. He's in a different state. I was about to tell you where, but that's not all. Nah, it ain't none of y'all business. He's in a different state for school right now. He'll be back in a few weeks. And then we'll figure out the rest. But he's just not here right now, okay? He's not here. So anyways, okay guys, girls, I know we're having a girl talk, but every time I ask you guys what you want to talk about, it's always Christian dating and how to wait. And I feel like I address it in every video. Just because we keep talking about it doesn't mean it's gonna go away or it's gonna make it any easier. Or maybe you guys just haven't seen that video. I'll let it slide. But I just don't know how much more I can beat this horse. Like, I've talked about it so many times. Who is this? I've talked about it so many times. It's all a scam. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a scam, but just to slightly touch on it again, Christian dating, when it comes to dating as a Christian, if you guys can find the same boundaries and stick to them, you'll be fine. I mean, there's more to it, but I feel like that's the biggest difference between regular dating and dating as a Christian, is that we have different boundaries, okay? If you guys can find boundaries that you guys can both agree on and that they align with God's word, if you are a Christian, which is why we're talking about Christian dating, then you guys will be okay. When it comes to waiting, you just have to wait. Like, there's no formula to waiting. You either do it or you don't. If you decide not to wait, you're gonna get yourself hurt. That's it. If you decide to just go out and do things on your own and pick whoever you want to pick, you know good and well they're not right for you, you're gonna get hurt. It's not gonna end well, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Like, you can believe it happened because you went ahead of God. When it comes to waiting, you just have to do it. Is it easy? No. Forget everyone who is telling you how glamorous it is and how glamorous singleness is. For some people, they love it. To be honest, in your singleness, you can get a lot more stuff done than in your marriedness or in being in a relationship. You know, you can, all your money that you make, you spend it on yourself. You don't have to buy no gifts, you don't have to go on dates, blah blah blah. Pick up a new hobby, you have more time to yourself to do the things you've always done. But like, once that runs out, you're like, okay, I've done everything I wanted to do, I'm making all my money, I graduated, blah blah blah, where's my man? I get it. So really, there's no formula, there's nothing. I don't know if there's anything that I can say to make you feel better for more than a few minutes. Because the motivational speeches do wear off after a while. Because it's like, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. You made a good point, that's good. You wake up tomorrow morning, you're still single. It's like, oh, dang. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to be blunt. I'm only being like kind of blunt and short because I've spoken about this. I spoke about this on my last topic or chit chat. I'll link it. And then I have a whole Christian dating and waiting video, which I do need to update because that was years ago. But everything I said, for the most part, still very relevant. Yeah, so I mean, that is that on that, really. If you really want to go like in depth and like hear my story, I mean, I'll tell you my story eventually. We're not gonna do that today sitting in this car. We need to have a sit down for real. That's for another day. Because child, okay. So all right, what else? Committing at a young age, like marriage before 25. I know a lot of people who are married and they got married before 25 and they're doing great. Now, it's only been like 4 years, so I don't know if they're gonna make it on the long haul. I hope that they do. But I don't think there's anything with committing early if you know that that's the person you want to be with for the rest of your life and that you really know what love is. If you guys been through those tests and trials and you legit know that you love this person, not just that you love the idea of that person, because your idea of that person is going to change as that person changes. Are you gonna love that person no matter what? Are you gonna wake up and choose to love that man or that woman even when they're always leaving the cap off the toothbrush, always leaving the garbage in the garbage bin, always leaving their dirty drawers in the bathroom floor even though you asked them a million times not to. Will your love make it through all that? Are you gonna get sick of them? Are you gonna get tired? You know, all that stuff. And the thing about getting married young is that we change so much. Like, I'm 29, I'm not the same person at all that I was when I was 22 or 23 or 24, even 25. I'm not the same person at all. So, but you're always gonna be evolving. So you just gotta make sure the person that you decide to commit to at that young age is able to evolve with you, and that you're able to evolve with them. I think the biggest thing when it comes to like, I'm married, it's me giving marriage advice when I'm not married. Why am I doing that? I think the biggest thing in dating that I'll say is, do not ignore red flags. I feel like so many people and so many relationships could have been saved or just never had in the first place. So much heartache could have been never had if people would just not ignore red flags, okay? The signs are gonna be there. Stop trying to act like you're gonna die if you're alone, or just because this one guy is giving you attention but he's not texting you, like, oh, I know he's busy, and he didn't text me all day yesterday, but I know he just probably had a really bad day. Signs, those are signs, okay? Stop ignoring. I feel like us young women, okay, yeah, you queens, us queens, all queens, please stop ignoring the signs and the red flags just because you want to be with someone, or just because you want to be with him. He's the love of your life, okay? The man that you're supposed to be with is not going to be hurting you all the time, you know? He's going to show effort. You're gonna know that he wants you. You're not gonna have to question it. If you have to question it, if you have to send in advice questions, if you have to be asking people stuff, like, most of the time you know the answer. You know the answer, you know what I'm saying? So I really think that if we could just stop ignoring the signs, stop ignoring the red flags, and making excuses. We need to stop making excuses for these men, okay? Stop making excuses for that dirty boy, because chances are it is what you think it is. It is what you know it is, but you want to pretend that it's not just because they give you momentary pleasure. It's not enough. You're worth way more than that. It's not enough. That was not even the question, but I feel like I done spoke to somebody. That was for somebody. Okay, someone did say, as a Christian, do you think it's okay to use dating apps like Hinge or Christian Mingle? I do think it's okay. I don't necessarily think that's rushing ahead of God. I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, dating, like little like dates, going on dates. It's when you want to like sit down and commit to someone is when you really need to ask God, is this it? Are there red flags? Are there things that he's doing that I'm not okay with, but I'm gonna let it slide? Child, please. I went on a Tinder date. I went on a Tinder date like 4 years ago, maybe 5, maybe 6. It was a long time ago. I went on this Tinder date. Yeah, I had a BMW. That was 2 cars ago. It was a while ago. I went on a Tinder date. Child, it was the worst date of my entire life. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Oh gosh, it was so bad. I'm disgusted. I had to end up blocking him on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and there's something else. Oh, I blocked his phone number. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is nuts. And oh my gosh, I had to kiss him at the end of the night. Oh, I didn't have to, but oh, he was just the worst. I never saw him again, okay? But make sure you screen them properly. I'm a little weary and skeptical on those things because I just don't trust anybody. I always think somebody's out to kill me. I am big and bold. I'm very, very bold for even going on a date with that guy, because when we met at a public place, we met at the mall and went to like the movies after, the mall movies, you know? But just be careful with that stuff, okay? Be careful. Someone said, have you ever experienced men or women treating you differently because you're darker skinned? Yeah. I don't care anymore. That stuff doesn't necessarily bother me right now, because if you're treating me different because I'm dark skinned, like, I just don't care for you. Like, you're not important to me. Your opinion is not going to make me lose sleep at night, because I wouldn't associate myself with people like that. I have been told before, like, oh, I don't date dark-skinned women, or I don't date black girls. And, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. Like, people are gonna be ignorant, people are gonna be dumb, and I'm not about to lose sleep over that, because I already know what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? So, if you wanna miss out on me because I'm finer than you, it's not my problem. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're gonna miss out on this experience, because I'm dark skinned. Like if you don't want to hire me because I'm dark skinned, or you don't want me to be in your friend group because I'm dark skinned or whatever, like that is your loss. I'm praying for you. I feel bad for you. I've lost nothing, because why would I even want to be associated or around someone who thinks that way? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. How do you know if the man is yours? Is he telling you that he's yours? Is he choosing you? The man is not yours if he's dating someone else, if he's married to someone else, if he's in an entanglement with someone else. That's not your man. Maybe it will be in the future, but right now that ain't yours. This is something that I did in the past. Like, I felt like this guy was for me, but he was dating somebody else, and I was like, I just don't like this girl right now. Like, who does she think she is? She is not me. And it's like, he was not yours. He was not mine. He was hers at the time. Like, so is he yours? Are you his? Does he want you? That's for one, if he wants you. And are you asking how do you know if somebody is the one? I feel like it's definitely about discernment and peace. Like if you have a peace about it, like for real peace, you're not like in the back of your head like, I don't know, and like I'm not sure if I can stand him for the rest of my life, and I just don't really like a lot of things about him. Or if there's a lot of things that stir up in your spirit, aside from, are you guys actually even dating, or are you guys together? Does he like you? You know, you got to be practical. I think peace is it. If you have peace about it and you're not ignoring red flags in order to get to your peace, you'll never have true peace if you're ignoring things just to get there. That's not it. But if you have peace about it and he's a good guy, he lines up, like he has most of the things on your list, the things that you need, not all the things that you want, the things that you need. So something that I noticed, I mean, and we could probably talk about this later, but actually we're not gonna talk about it right now. Anyway, all right, someone said they want to talk about being in a relationship with someone who is a different faith, even if you both are Christian, but one is SDA, I don't even know what that is, and one is Catholic. That's gonna be up to you. Like, say if I, marry someone, they believe in Jesus, but they want to go to church on Saturdays, I want to go to church on Sundays. If that's something that you can deal with, go for it. If it's something you can't deal with, then that's not gonna work. Like, say I got married to somebody who's Jewish. I don't know. It really just depends on what you are willing to deal with. Because at the end of the day, it's one God, baby. So I just think you guys have to both like map out what your future life is gonna be like. Like, what, are y'all gonna take the kids to church Saturday and Sunday, or like let the kids choose? Map out how you want your life to be like. If you can compromise, or if you can deal with the situations that you guys both come up with, then go for it. My thing is just, as long as we both believe in Jesus. Well, I need a little more than that, but if you can deal with other things that are a little different, then that's fine. If you can't deal with it, then just let it go. Don't try to change the person, or change their views, or change their like ideal future life. Like, if it don't work, if it's not adding up for what you had planned, let it go. All right, someone said how to handle disappointments. We're all gonna go through disappointments, and it's disappointing. It is. I think the best thing to do, really, for me, I just have to be like, well, it wasn't for me. Like, that job that I didn't get, it wasn't for me. That friend that I lost that doesn't want to be friends with me anymore, that was just their season, and it wasn't for me, My car getting towed this morning, I was just like, you know what? Maybe I just wasn't supposed to be wherever I was going today. Like, I have to try to find the bright side of things. I'm like, God knows. He knows what he's doing. I don't. So I just have to trust that things are working out the way that they're supposed to. Like, whatever happens in life, it's all gonna work out the way it was supposed to. Even if you went off schedule and you veered off, it's gonna come back to where it's supposed to be. It might be a longer road, but everything happens for a reason. That's at least how I believe. All right, how to spot fake friends, and how to know when it's time to let people go. For me personally, I think fake friends are pretty easy to spot. Are they throwing shady jabs at you every now and then, but be like, girl, I'm just playing, but like, they serious, but they want to throw it out, act like they're just playing, and that they're not happy for you when good things happen. They don't help you or support you, things like that. They mock you. Like, I feel like it's easy if you feel in your spirit like something is off with her. Like, our vibe is not right. Probably not the friend for you. And how to know when it's time to let people go. I do believe some friendships or relationships or whatever are seasonal. And I feel like you'll know when it's time to let someone go, because at that point you've probably given them a few chances. Like, in your head, they don't know, but like a few strikes have gone by in your head where like, that wasn't cool, or I don't like that she said or did that. And then you just slowly start to separate yourself and see if they even try to reach out or be like, hey, like, I noticed that we're not as close as we used to be. What happened? If they just let you go, then it's a wrap. It's over. Be blessed. Is it important for both sides of yours and your partner's family to get along? What if they don't? I think it depends really on how close you are with your family, how close he is with his, how much you guys value family. For me, it could never be, okay? I am way too close to my family for my parents or my brothers to not approve of whoever I'm dating or who I'm about to bring into the family, because we real tight, okay? And we hang out all the time. So I'm not about to be like, hey babe, I'm going to my parents' house this weekend for Christmas. And he's like, all right, see you when you come back. I'm not going. It's like, look, you're what now? Boy, you better pack your bags and get in this car with me. We going. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I need it on both sides. I need that on both sides. I need, you know, my man's family to love me, okay? Not just like me or tolerate, they need to love me, because I'm all about family. When I'm with his family, you my brother, you my daddy, you my mama, like, we are family, okay? None of that, like, oh, we gotta go to the in-laws this weekend, I'm about sick of her. Like, things are gonna come up after, I would say more so after you get married, because, you know, once you get married, there I go again, giving marriage advice. I'm so sorry. From what I've seen and heard, mother-in-laws, they get and your real mom too, like, they get a little, some can get a little hands-on. Like, once you get pregnant, they want to tell you how to this and this and blah blah, and you're like, oh my gosh, leave me alone and blah blah blah. You know, things can get touchy, but it's not a matter of us hating each other or not getting along. It's just like, ooh, tell your mom to relax, I got this, you know. But for me, family is important. It depends on you and how important that is to you. And people say, which I kind of do agree, like, you're not marrying his mom and dad, you're marrying him. But that's your family now. You guys are family. Especially if he's close to his mom and his mom doesn't like you, you're gonna have to straighten that up. If you think he's the one, especially if his mom doesn't like you for no reason, then that's gonna be a test on your man, okay? Be like, look, I didn't do nothing to your mom. I don't know why she hates me. Your man needs to step in and be like, hey mom, you need to tighten up, okay? Ain't like, you need to tighten up. But for me, family, I gotta have it on both sides. It's gotta be right. All right, so the girls want to know about feminine hygiene. Feminine hygiene. The reason why sometimes it's awkward for me to talk about these things is because I know that my homeboys be watching this. I know my pastor be watching this. And then I'm like, okay, with my vagina, this is what I do. It's just like, you know, most YouTubers don't care, but like, I know people from my church be watching my videos, and it's just too weird. I don't want to see them next week and they're like, and like, I know that they know how I wash my vagina. You know, it's weird. But what I will say, we're all adults here, right? Whatever. If you guys are watching, just please leave me alone. Especially since just last night, my church group chat, they threw my YouTube channel in there, like, guys, check out Jessica's. I'm like, bro, please. My YouTube channel is not for people that I know. It's for people who I don't know. I way rather talk to you guys through this camera and know that people who I don't know are watching than knowing that, like, Sister Shirley from my church is watching my videos. Like, this is not for Sister Shirley. If you're watching this, turn it off. It's not for you. Not for you. Just leave me alone. What I will say is basic things. If you sweat a lot, you might have to change your underwear more than once a day. You should not be sitting in sweaty panties and wet underwear. Not good for you, okay? If you're wearing tight, small, tiny little shorts, super tight jeans, yeast infection on the way. Make sure you're wearing pants that fit you. I know you want the booty to look right, but wearing super tight jeans, super tight pants, even panties that don't fit you anymore, let them go, okay? Because it's gonna bother your girl down there. It's gonna bother her. She's not for it. I like to use Salt XO's products. They're yoni gels. And who do I have? Max Beauty, because Salt, they be getting sold out so quick. So then I'll just use Max Beauty's yoni gel instead, or yoni wash or whatever. You never want to put soap up the vagine. It cleans itself. We need to go around and like in the crevices where we be sweating and stuff like that. Get in there, okay? Just know, you don't have, if you don't want to shave, that's fine, but just know that hair collects sweat, it makes things hotter. So if you're gonna be hot and sweaty down there because you're not shaving, make sure you're changing out the underwear a few times a day, you're wearing cotton panties. What else? If you're a woman and you're sexually active, you should be getting pap smears at least once a year. You need to be going to the cuckoo doctor, okay? Go to the cuckoo doctor, spread them. They're gonna stick some things up there and just they're gonna tell you to relax. It's very not relaxing, but you need to be going to the cuckoo doctor at least once a year so they can make sure everything's good, make sure you don't have any infections that you don't know about, because you can't self-diagnose, okay? And even if you can't write yourself a prescription. You gotta get medicine from a doctor. So yeah, make sure you're getting checked out. What else is important? I don't know, I don't watch a lot of these videos, but I don't know if people are talking about this, but make sure you're changing out your rag or whatever you use to wash your body. Change it out, okay? I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, nobody was telling me that I need to be changing my rag. And my rag, like you could touch it and you'd see soap bubbles coming out. Change your rag. It's nasty. Change your rag. I change my rag like every 2 days. I'm like, And sometimes I'm still like, I used this rag yesterday, you know, like change it out, get a loofah. I probably could have did a little more research and did better on that, but I didn't read a lot of these before I opened them. So this is just stuff off the top of the dome, you know what I'm saying? Off the top of the dome. I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Vagisil wash is not very good for you. Try to use natural products down there, like stuff that has like chemicals and stuff. I don't think that should be down there, you know what I'm saying? Like only thing that I need down there is natural stuff and you know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. I play too much. Make sure you're using natural products. Somebody's asking me about the role of Christians in media, and I'm actually glad that they brought this up because it's something that I have always struggled with, because I'm a woman of faith. I talk about it a lot. I'm always posting, you know, Bible verses, encouraging things on my Instagram story. But then I feel like so many people put me on a pedestal. So many people put me higher than, they put me too high. I mean, I do believe that as Christians, especially if you have a platform, you're supposed to be different and stand out. But I try to explain this and it never comes out right. Like, I'm not a preacher. I'm just a regular girl who loves Jesus, okay? I'm just a regular sinner who loves Jesus. So yeah, I'm like, dang, I'm just a regular girl who loves Jesus. I'm a sinner just like everybody else. Yes, I do know right from wrong, and I feel like I'm pretty good at practicing it, but like any type of slip up that I do, somebody's gonna come for me. Someone's coming. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. I put this on my Twitter the other day, and I don't know if you're watching this, ma'am. Sorry. Somebody messaged me the other day and they're like, oh, I realized that you said damn in one of your videos. Like, I'm just, you know, checking on you, girl. Like, I don't really know, you know? And one of my social media friends said, she's like, see, I'm a Christian, but this is why I don't speak about Jesus, because if you're a YouTuber and you talk about Jesus once, you're automatically a Christian influencer. And people, you better be on point, you better be right, you better have it all together every time you turn on that camera. And I'm like, that's the problem for me when it comes to, I don't want to say Christians. I don't want to be like a Christian bashing party. I don't ever want to do that. But I feel like we faked it for so long that people are expecting perfectionism from anyone who says I'm a Christian. Automatically, if you do anything wrong, you're like, see, I don't know, something off about this Christian here. Like, I'm telling you, I ain't no good, okay? I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, and Jesus has to forgive me every single day for a lot of the things that I do. I'm gonna need y'all to extend that same grace on me. On any Christian influencer that you watch, extend some grace, okay? I ain't asked for this, okay? I'm never gonna hide my faith just because I don't want to be judged or because I feel like I have to be held to a higher standard. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm not gonna be perfect along the way, but, and I'm sure that's how a lot of them feel. We're not perfect, bro. Like, we're just not. And you guys expect that since we have a platform and we can turn on a camera that we're supposed to be perfect, and it's just not the case. So Like, I've been called out for like the things that I wear. If I have a song in my video that's not of Jesus, things that I say, and I'm like, you know what, these same people are calling me out, have never patted me on the back for all the things that I have done right, or every time that I have spoken about Jesus or whatever. No, they only want to come for you when you do wrong. But I have learned over the years to not respond to every message and try to defend myself. If you see me defending myself, call the cops and tell them somebody has taken over her body, because I'm not about to. Hey, did I technically just defend myself? No. Okay, because who I am off camera is who you get on camera. That's actually not true. I'm way more ratchet off camera, but I'm really working on myself. I am working on myself. I'm really trying to put my best foot forward when I come on here, and if something slips or if I wear something you don't like or whatever, we're all in this together, because I'm sure a lot of the people who come for me, if their life was on camera, all right, so sex before marriage. Why y'all ask me stuff like this when you know how I feel? You know how I feel, and you know what I'm gonna say. Don't do it. It gets you nowhere. Honestly, this is how I feel. Think about the first person you had sex with. Are they still here? Chances are, if you've been in the streets for a while, not the streets, but if you've been on this earth for a while, chances are they're not here anymore. Probably broke your heart, probably had pregnancy scares, probably had STD scares. None of that stuff would have happened if you saved yourself to be with one person, the right one for marriage. And I know you can still have like pregnancy scares or STD scares if you're married, if your husband cheats on you, or if you got the condom breaks, but at least you'll be in a way better position having a pregnancy scare with your husband than having a pregnancy scare with your one night stand. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like, oh, but I know he's the one I'm gonna marry one day. I know he's for me. How do you know? Is there a ring on your finger? Did you guys get married? Are you at the altar? Do you just have a promise ring from Pandora? That's how you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Okay, exactly. You don't know, okay? You really just don't know. First of all, yes, it's hard as hell. It's hard, and that's why you have to make boundaries. And two, are you gonna slip up in life? Yes, you're gonna slip up. Does everyone slip up? No. Is it very possible to slip up? Absolutely. I just think more so if you're trying. If you're just like freely like, oh, I'm a sexual being, I need to have sex before marriage, I gotta try out the car before I buy it. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Then whatever. But if you are like a Christian and you had sex, or you slipped up and it's like, oh my God, this is so hard, I can't take it anymore, you gotta make some crazy extreme boundaries. And if it's not working, you guys should probably separate for a while and come back together later. If you're meant to be, you're gonna be. But if you want to save yourself heartache and all that stuff, then you gotta take some serious measures. If you don't care, then I don't know if I like this. Anyway, so what else did y'all ask me about? Oh, how to get over a heartbreak. Have I talked about this before? Whoa, this is ghetto. This is real ghetto. How to get over a heartbreak. Sis, you just gotta remember who you are and whose you are. Oh, come on, somebody. Who you are and whose you are. Chances are, and the chances are high, better is coming, my good sis. Better is coming. Better is coming. You have to know that, like, look, I thought it was gonna work out and it didn't, but everything happens for a reason. God's plans are way greater than mine. And I don't expect you to just say these things in your head the day you guys break up and the next day you're like, I'm every woman. It's gonna hurt for a little bit. You have to allow yourself to go through the hurting process, okay? Be kind to yourself, be gracious on yourself, because heartbreak hurts. It feels like you just got ran over by a car. It hurts. Sometimes I feel like it hurts more than like actual like physical pain, like breaking your leg or something. It hurts, and it's okay that you're not okay. But I do feel like it's important to not stay in that state of mind. Get out of your house, take a walk. It's good to get outside. Don't just stay in the covers. Don't purposely listen to sad music. Don't purposely look through all your pictures that you guys had together. Don't purposely keep rereading your old text messages. You have to stop. Like, after you get your heart broken by someone else, don't keep re-breaking your own heart on purpose, you know? That's not healthy. I do get it for a little bit in the beginning. You want to reminisce on what you had and, you know, all that. But, hey, you got to give yourself a little grace period. And then you have to move on. You cannot expect to move on if you're not moving on. You know what I'm saying? If you're still holding on to something that was taken from you, or that you walked away from, or that whatever, you're not gonna grow. You have to be purposeful and like have that mindset of like, I'm a grow from this. I'm gonna learn from this. I'm gonna take everything that happened in this past relationship, and I'm going to apply it to my life, and we're gonna grow, and the next one's gonna be better. Heartbreak is gonna happen to almost everyone, okay? It happens, and you really have to dust yourself off and move on. And remember, look yourself in the mirror, get your hair done, your nails, and look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm fine. Speak kindly to yourself, because you're beautiful, and men are dusty, okay? Don't forget that. They are dusty. They're broke. They wear the same drawers 3 days in a row. You lost nothing. You lost absolutely nothing. You're gonna be fine. Okay, so number 3. Okay, so my phone overheated in the car, but basically what I was saying. So what I was saying was, you need to treat your relationship with Jesus the same way that you would treat your relationship with anyone else, or better. Like, if you see someone you want to get to know, you want to be interested in them, you have to spend time with them. You have to listen to them. You have to talk to them. So that's what you need to do as well. If you need to practice praying, literally praying to Jesus is so easy. Praying to God is so easy. People make it seem like you have to be like, oh, hallelujah, Father God, we come to you today on this beautiful Sunday evening that you have given us, and your word says thou shalt not. Like, you don't have to do all that. You just be like, hey, Jesus, how are you? I'd be asking Jesus how he is. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you're doing well. Maybe. I'm sorry if you had a rough day. I'm having a rough day, Jesus. Like, oh my gosh, I just cannot stand some of these people you put on this earth. Lord, help me to love them the way you do, because I am struggling. You know, just be who you are. Just speak out loud and just put dear Jesus in front of it. And just you have to believe that he's listening to you. And end it with, in your name I pray, amen. You just spoke to Jesus. It's very simple. Read your word. If you need to start off with devotionals, there's great devotionals on the Bible app. There, you can look up devotionals saying how to get closer to God, or how to speak to Jesus, and things like that. There's this one devotional that I really, really, really enjoyed. I forgot what it's called. Oh, Waiting. I think it's called like Waiting in the Dark. That one's really good. Waiting Well is pretty good. There's a few like waiting ones I did, because back in the day I was like, Jesus, I don't see you right now. I don't hear you. I don't feel you. Where you at? Things like that. Start off with little devotionals, worship music. You know, I love me some Maverick City music, some Tori Kelly, some Elevation Worship. Like, if you need to start off with some Michael Todd, I mean, I still watch Mike Todd every now and then from Transformation Church, but sometimes I'm just like, I cannot, it's a little too much. But watch some Michael Todd services. That's great to get you like excited about Jesus, because he's really good at getting people excited about the word of God. So those are just some tips that I have for you guys. I feel like this was a good girl chat, so we need to do this again. There were so many questions, and I hate that my camera died because I couldn't look at my phone and record at the same time. I had to like memorize the questions, and it just was not going smoothly. But we will definitely do this again. I'm thinking like, again, soon. This is very overdue. So I'm praying for y'all. Y'all keep me in your prayers, and we will talk soon. Bye. Apartment tour coming soon. Kinda, not really. I'm really trying to just get some things together. The problem with me, never mind, I'll explain it in my next vlog. I got a vlog coming for you guys, because yeah. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.